Hello, what's going on? Sorry. I am very nervous for this video, but we're gonna keep it pushing. Today and probably tomorrow night. I'm saying tomorrow night because, or yeah, what time is it? Oh, I'm sorry, today and tonight because it is technically night, but it is 12 o'clock in the morning when I'm filming this. I don't know if I like this ring light like that because I think you can see the glare from the ring light, but it is what it is. I hope everyone's having a fantastic night. But today I'm going to be talking about a show that I don't know if anybody's talking about on here on YouTube. I haven't seen. People probably are, just haven't looked. But I'm going to be talking about The Never Ever Met. And because I have literally nothing written down about the cast of the show, I think I know two names at the top of my head. I'm going to talk about um the first episode because I have not seen episode 2. I am hoping to watch episode 2 either today or tomorrow. If I don't watch it, oh, today or tomorrow, I guess today, aka Friday or Saturday. It depends. And I know there's probably episode 3 that's either out or coming out. Kayla doesn't know. So I apologize if I talk about myself in third person. I have been doing that since high school. I don't know why. I tend to do that when I'm nervous. This is my first ever video talking about like something that's not random about me. You all have probably never seen it because I delete videos off this channel like that. They're gone. So, and like 10 people have seen the video. So let's talk about the show. Never Ever Met. So basically, the premise is people that have only ever talked online meet for the first time ever. Basically, catfish, but like the right version, because these people are um not catfishes, I guess you could say. Well, that's what they half of them are saying. I can't wait to meet this person to see if they're actually a catfish, if they're actually them, blah 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 blah, whatever. Um, excited. Sorry. Ooh. These videos ain't gonna be edited. I don't have the time. I work like 10 hours a day, so y'all gonna get like it raw. It is what it is. Anyway, so there's these this show is about couples that have never met. They've been talking, whether it be a couple months or a couple of years, which is insanity to me. But we're gonna talk about those couple of years. Jesus. I don't understand. Sorry, I have like a little bit of ADHD. So if I go off on a tangent about something else, I will eventually, hopefully, make my way back to the point. But I don't understand talking to someone for years and never, like, what is the excuse? Like, it's not even like catfish. Like, catfish, they will have been talking to the person, but like, it's only text messages, video, barely calls, not videos, sorry, barely calling. Like, that's the thing with catfish, they don't video, but barely calling. Like, they just don't meet. Now, I know there are those couples that have met, there's been like those success couples on catfish. I've literally seen one and they just never met for some reason, and then they showed up and it was the exact person. It was like, oh my god, and it's like, okay, whatever. So anyway, yeah, that's the premise of the show. Basically, they never ever met, and they're going to live in a house for a couple of weeks and see if they want to make this work, because of course, money is probably a big factor, and they're probably paying these people to be on the show. Would not be surprised if not for the money. 9 times out of 10, probably for the exposure what this can bring to them. The show was on OWN, I think, the OWN network, Oprah's network. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna talk about tonight. It's probably gonna skip into to, tonight. That's all I'm gonna talk about at 12 a.m. because I'm tired. And I have nothing written down. All I know is the show is a mess, and I can't wait to talk about it later tonight after I go to sleep, go to work, and then wake back up. Oh, hello, welcome back. I lied. Oh, well, I guess I say welcome back to myself. I lied a little bit because I said I would be back Friday and it is Saturday. I missed today and I did not watch the next episode yet. Because I wanted to be fresh and I hope I remember everything that happened in the first episode. I'm pretty sure I do. But I'm not gonna really the way I'm gonna recap these episodes, I'm gonna go by like couple. So yeah, so let's finally get into it. Um I also clipped the mic to my shirt. Hopefully I like listened to the first like me recording or like the intro to this, and I was it was like crackling, so hopefully it's better. So let's start with our first couple. We got Shay from Florida and Josh from Tennessee, who have been dating for 12 years. 12 years, and y'all have never met each other. 12 years. Like, that blew me right off the bat. Um, they meet at a little, honestly, their date. Oh, I guess I should say the girl. I'll start it off. I'm sorry. Let me restart. How the episode starts is like they introduce like the couples. You like hear who's together, and then as we meet the girls, you see like their guy, but you don't. They haven't met yet. They just do like a little. You see like a little 5-second video call between them. So the girls all go to the house first and meet the host, and then they're like, "Oh, get dressed. You're gonna go on like first dates, basically." And they all got dressed and left. Blah blah. Now, I liked Shay and Josh's date the best because that's my like dream first date. I take me to a carnival, take me to a park, like not a park, like a theme park, not a park, a theme park. I want to ride roller coasters. Like I think that'd be so fun for a first date. So I thought that was cute. And when I heard 12 years, I immediately was like, heck no. I don't know how y'all did that without meeting each other. Um, seeing from their age, I can kind of understand because I think at 12 years, how old is she? Like 30 something or 29, so she would have been like 18. So I kind of understand a little bit, but also not really. Like, why didn't you fly? I don't know. Anyway, so when they first met, I was like, oh, it's cute. They were high key the first couple that like kissed immediately after meeting each other. So I thought that was cute because I love love. So at first I was like, whatever. But then they met, and I was like, And then when they was on a Ferris wheel, he dropped that bomb talking about some. Oh, we ain't had time to meet because um I got kids, a 13-year old and a 3-year old. So you mean to tell me y'all have been together 12 years together and you have a 3-year old? So basically you was cheating. Basically. That's what I'm hearing is you was cheating. That's all I'm hearing. Cause like and I know when she was in the house, one of the girls was like, oh, do you trust him? And she was like, I think so. Like she stuttered and I'm like, okay, now I see why you can't. Because she was in there talking about something. I've never like it's 12 years of no sex and 12 years of longing or whatever the heck. And I'm like, he ain't been doing that because he been letting his loins go. It wasn't 12 years of no sex for him, obviously. Anyway, but they seem cute. They seem the most realistic couple out of everybody. Hoping they make it, I guess. Yeah. Next, we have Joanna and Aaron. Joanna's from Illinois and Aaron's from Georgia. They've been talking for 9 months. Makes them not makes the most sense. Anybody who's been talking for months, to me that makes the most sense. Like we just didn't get the time to talk to each other. Apparently, their story is that he was on his way to see her, but when he got to the airport, he lost his passport or his ID, not his passport, his ID. And Joanna was like, "How you only got one form of ID?" Which I'm about to expose myself because I only have a driver's license. I need to get my passport, but I only have a driver's license. So I guess she was like, "Keep talking to me too." Their date was by far the most awkward. Um, he set up this like charcuterie and wine thing and then did like salsa dancing. I watched this show twice, Heike, once myself, once my friend. And my friend pointed out that like she was kind of dogging on the date from the get go, which I think she was dogging on it more so in the confessional than her dogging on it in person. Because when they were in person, she was, doing that little awkward giggle laugh, like, when it's awkward because of course you're meeting somebody for the first time. Now I think that is this on? Yeah. Sorry. I think that she tried, But I think her true feelings were more so in the confessionals. Like she was doing that awkward, cute laugh because she didn't really know how to maneuver, I guess you could say. And then apparently, she has said, or apparently gone to say from like a TikTok I think I watched, she's come out and said that like they talked and she doesn't like any of these things. Like I don't know. I can and I understood though that she said that he was coming off very much a try hardy, like he was doing a lot, and I could see that he for somebody who doesn't drink wine, I agreed with her when she said that if you don't drink wine, why are we drinking wine? Let's do something that we'll both enjoy. And I agreed with that. I agree. Like if he wants to put something or do something for you, let it be something that the both of us can enjoy. Like I appreciate it because I know I like it, but then I'm also appreciative because I know you're not bored or not having a good time. I don't know how they're gonna work out. We only saw that one day, and then back in the house, nothing. I mean, to be honest with you, Shay and Josh like the only couple that was like loved up. Like Shay was sitting on Josh's lap and everything, but yeah, they didn't really interact when we got to the house. So next we had Diamond and Aaron. Diamond is from Florida, and Aaron is from California. Okay, for a second I forgot who these couples are, but I remember. Diamond annoyed the heck out of me at first when she first came in the house, and they were looking at like the room situation, and she was like, "I can't sleep with the girls because they catty," and I understand that, but you just met these girls, like, calm down. Anyway, Diamond and the other Aaron are also somebody I'm side eyeing just a little bit because how were y'all together for 5 years, never met, and then she's has a bone to pick with him because apparently, oh, their date, they had like a dinner at night somewhere, a dinner basically. He got her gifts. So at the dinner, she's like, "Oh, we need to talk about that girl that you had on Facebook that you was gonna propose to because 3 years ago he apparently was about to propose to some a woman, even though he was talking to Diamond and I guess they were exclusive or something." And I was just not laughing, laughing a little because this happened 3 years ago. And it's like, if you were really so upset about that, you would not be talking to this man for the next 3 years. Like if this happened 2 years into our relationship and y'all are still talking or involved to this day, obviously it didn't bother you that much. Because if it bothered you that much, you would have stopped talking to him immediately. Like that should have been the end all be all. Like I'm sorry, we're together and you're proposing to someone. Mm-mm. Like even if we haven't, I'm sorry. I was gonna say even if we haven't met, but I don't know. It's just why haven't y'all met? I don't understand. And y'all are and they're grown. Like he's how old is Aaron? Is he in his 50s or 40? Whatever. He's grown basically. And you mean to tell me that y'all never caught a flight, nothing? Whatever. Also, it's clear that Aaron is attracted to Diamond. He stated that he liked the thick girls and she thick and she good. So yeah. Once again, another couple we ain't really see interact like that in the house. There's like one couple that did, but we'll get to them. Ooh, actually, they were gonna come up next, but I'm gonna do them last because that's the yeah. Anyway, next we have Sienna from New York and Brandon from Florida. I think this is the couple that for their date they got a cooking class. I don't really have much to say about them. They only been talking for 10 months. I know Sienna's older than Brandon by a little bit, a couple years. I don't have anything to say much about their relationship. The date seemed cute. They like each other. Brandon thinks Sienna's really pretty, so that's it. Good luck to them. We'll see what happens in episodes 2 and 3. Next, we have Sandina and Chris. I forgot to write down where Chris was from. And Sandina. Oh, I remember now. I don't remember where Chris is from, but I was having a hard time remembering who this couple was. I remembered. Is it Sandy? Is this? I hope I'm saying her name right. I apologize if I'm not. Correct me. But they've been talking for 3 months. They are the couple that not make the most sense that's here, but like if you have just been talking for 3 months and never met, I can, and you're long distance, I can understand that ish. But I can understand because if you're working, it's kind of hard to meet somebody, especially if they're states away. Yeah. They're funny. So they meet in like a field, and at first I was like, "What are they?" They're just in a field. But then he whipped out a helicopter ride. Honestly, these are some really nice dates. Some of them had like nicer dates than others. What is the budget? Because must be nice to be taking her on a helicopter ride. Which apparently he said that it was something that she said that she really wanted to do, and she said it was, and she's very happy. And he's showing to be the attentive, smart, caring man or whatever that she's been talking to. He's given a good first impression, basically. And she really likes that. A good example of a good date, that Erin, the one who, did the date that nobody liked, or I guess she didn't like, and that she don't like nothing on that date, and he don't even drink wine. This is a good lesson for him because what's his name? Chris is doing something that Sandia likes, but also could be exciting for him. A helicopter ride. That's cute. So anyway, a little later, they go back to the house. She's like, he's showing me, good qualities in him. I'm liking him, blah blah blah. Yeah. Um that night with the guys, he does that guy thing that guys tend to do. They get around a group of guys and all of a sudden, they gotta brag. I don't know why, but he starts talking about some me and Sandy, we're not even in a real relationship, she not my girlfriend, we're not exclusive or anything. I talk to girls like all the time. I got all these females I'm talking to and blah 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 blah. Like just basically stating that he got all these girls, and it's like, sir, why are you here then? If y'all aren't exclusive, y'all not like, what's the point? This is for couples, people that are in relationships. Why are you here? And the way he was talking to her, like, cause she overheard, she was hearing him, and in my head, I put this on Twitter too. I was like, why are you saying that when she's in the house? Because she could come downstairs, and she was downstairs. She was literally right in the kitchen listening to them, because all the guys were around like a table in like the little dining area, and she was hearing everything that was coming out his mouth. And what did he say? What did they say? Oh yeah, your girl, you're hustling. And then he said, "Oh, can you leave or something? Like, oh, you can leave." And when I tell you, my ish would have been pat. Oh, I can leave. Bet I'm leaving this house. I'm leaving you. Don't talk to me. You got all these girls. You can go ahead and text. Since you texting them, go text them. Go ahead, have one of them come on the show and take my spot, cause I'm done. Like that. Mm-mm. And it's only been 3 months, girl. If you don't leave that man, I'm sorry. He could redeem himself. Yeah, he's gonna redeem himself. Anyway, I don't have high hopes for that couple. Um, Now we're gonna get to the couple that pissed me off the most, high key. I guess not really pissed me off in lack of why are they on this show? Because there's a there is more than one couple that I go, why are you on this show? But this couple right here, Millie and Greg, have been talking for 3 years, and they are both from California. Not only are they both from California, they're both from Los Angeles, and that's where they both live currently. So you mean to tell me that it's been 3 years and y'all have not met each other and you live in the same damn town? What the heck? I'm sorry. Why? No. It's a cash grab. It's a cash grab. We're here for the followers. If they can get any, here for the money that they're probably paying them to be in the house. Because what do you mean you live in the same town and y'all ain't hop across the street and go talk to each other? Like, I know LA is big. I get that. But like, y'all can't meet at a coffee shop and he talk about some, it's his insecurity. So without this show, would y'all have never met? Please. Anyway, they meet up at a little boat. They're doing the paddle boat duck thing, like the thing where you like row or the rowboat, whatever. You like use your feet or whatever. And she really liked it because she like birds or something. He gave her a little penguin stuffed animal, and they're getting along great. They're yeah, whatever. They annoy me just in the fact that they could have met not on the show. They live in the same town, but whatever. I guess it's the premise of the show. If you never met for 3 years, living in the same town. Anyway, let's get to the good stuff. The good couple, good couple, not the good. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Let's get into the drama couple. The couple that got drama. Real quick. So we got Alexis from Texas and Dominique from Illinois. They've been talking for 6 months. Their first date is a yoga date. And on first meetup, Dominique says that he don't know about Alexis because he don't know if he's that attracted to her because, you know, the picture versus the picture versus what he see in person, it's not adding up. The stomach, everything apparently is not there or something. It's not flat enough for him, I guess, which is insane. Yeah. And then I guess as they were talking, or as he humping her back because she's in child's pose. I don't know if you know what that is, if you do yoga, it's basically she's on the floor and like bent over, and he's like on top of her, like, oh, let me help you stretch it out. Nah, but attracted to her, and because they were definitely talking about like innuendos, and it's like if you're not attracted, whatever. And then he's in the confessional, like, oh, we vibing, we doing good, what did he say? Something like we can work on that, or I'll get there. Something of the equivalent of I'm not attracted to her, but because we got cool, we mesh, I could potentially get there. Like that's what I got from what he said. Also, they were the only other couple, if I'm remembering correctly, to kiss too, because they kissed after the little fake yoga thing, because they weren't doing yoga, and they went over to the table and were like, she was sitting on his lap and like kissing him. Yeah, for somebody who's not very attracted to her, even though she's very attracted to him, she's like, he's fine. So anyway, moving on to later that night. So they established also during, I forgot to say, let me go back just a little bit, reel it in. During that date, he makes a joke like, oh, can I say like hey to the girls? And I think whatever, I think he's joking. And she's like, oh no, don't say hey to them like you say hi to me. So they've established that they're both very jealous, and they've also established that they are exclusive. So into the house, everybody's met each other. Also, this is gonna sound weird. This is off topic, but why does Alexis never change clothes? Like, and not that it's bad, but like, it was just weird to me, and it stuck out because everybody had changed clothes. Like everyone had changed clothes. Even Dominique into that shirt that wasn't a real shirt because somehow like the back of his shirt was missing. I don't know what that was about. I was like, I don't know. Did anybody else notice that he was wearing like a black shirt and the back was like open, but like I don't know. It was like somebody ripped off the back of his shirt. Anyway, but yeah, I just thought it was weird that she was the only one that didn't change. Like, did they not allow her to? Did she just like was she was comfortable? Hey, all power to her. Anyway, so that night they're in the kitchen, and Greg, aka Greg, from California, the half of that couple that annoyed me that they never met him. He's wearing these like yellow shorts, and Alexis is like, Greg, you got them hoochie daddy shorts on. You got them hoochie daddy shorts. Blah 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 blah. And she keeps saying it. And granted, it is kind of annoying, but like it is like whatever. Oh, another thing that happened earlier. She was talking to Aaron. Joanna's Aaron, the one that was trying to salsa dance or whatever and all that with the bad date, him. She was talking to him and he was saying that he was a rapper and stuff. So he was like, oh, I'll spit some for you, blah blah. So he starts like rapping. It wasn't horrendous. But Dominique is like, oh, she over here flirting with the guys. And I'm like, she was literally having a conversation with him. So I don't know where he was getting coming from with that. I don't know if that was like editing in his confessional that like made it seem like he meant that, but he meant the Greg thing. I don't know. Because in later, as I was saying, later in that night, Greg has the L shorts on, and she's like, he wearing hoochie daddy shorts. You wearing hoochie daddy shorts. They're real short. Sienna says something like, oh, are those hoochie daddy shorts? Because she don't think they're short enough. But she's like, no, they're hoochie daddy, hoochie daddy, hoochie daddy. She said it like 20 times. And it was like, girl, shh, stop saying that. Now Dominique is getting annoyed because in his question he's like, oh, she saying that she don't like cheating, but I'm not cheating, but flirting and stuff with other people. But she over here flirting with guys in front of my face, talking about these hoochie daddy shorts and flirting with Greg and blah blah. Now, do I think it was like a flirting thing? No. She might. I think she just has one of those personalities where it's like real playful. But I don't think she was flirting like outwardly with Greg. And was it awkward? Yes, because she kept saying it. Whatever. So later that night, it was like, I don't know, maybe like 1, 2 in the morning. It seemed like it was real late. And it's Shay and Josh and Alexis and Dominique. And Dominique is bringing up the fact that he's pissed off because she was flirting with guys in front of him and talking about who he shorts. Now Alexis is like, "What? I wasn't flirting with him." Blah 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 blah. And Shay and Josh, they're like, "Oh well, he didn't like it." And then Dominique says, "Well, what if I saw a girl with a fat behind?" It was like, "Oh, you got a fat behind." And Alexis said, "Oh, my bad. Like, you're right. Like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said who she had shorts on. Like, I shouldn't have said that." Now, sorry. After the fact, Dominique comes out his mouth and goes, "Well, the next time I see a girl with a fat behind, I'm gonna tell her she got a fat behind." And that gets Alexis mad, and I agree that she had a little right to be a little pissy and annoyed because I'm like, "Sir, I just told you that I shouldn't have said what I said, and you gonna continue to say that after I already said I was wrong? I already said I was in the wrong. Now you're acting dumb." And he gonna say, "Oh well, that in the confessionals, of course, not in real life, or when they're talking." He was like, "Oh well, that wasn't a real apology, and because of her hand movements and blah 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 blah." It's like, okay, but whatever. I can't even. So fast forward, um, it starts becoming a thing. Like he's like, "Oh, when did I ever disrespect you?" She's like, "You did," and he's like holding on to her, like he's like this on her, and she's like this. Now it cuts to Josh in the confessionals. Poor Josh. I know Josh probably did not want to be in that, but Josh was like, he didn't know what was going on at first because they was, it seemed like they was playing, and next thing you know, it got real serious, and it did because as they were doing that thing that most toxic couples do when they do that whole "oh hold you and I never disrespect you and we in each other's face" blah blah blah, he ends up like pushing her, which to me like don't. Why did he do that? Because he pushed her hard. It wasn't like a little playful girl. No, he like shoved her, even though he was the one holding her. Whatever, shoved her. So she's like, "Oh, so you gonna hit me or push me, whatever the heck?" And then all of a sudden, I like. It seemed like he tried to grab. A lot happened. It seemed like he tried to grab her. She like swung and yeah. And then Josh was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" And then they cut it. They cut it. And I'll be talking more about it when I watch it to see what happens. All I know is she better leave. I'm so sorry. Like if it's coming to a point where y'all been talking just for 6 months and literally day one y'all are like fist fighting, yeah, you need to dead it immediately. So I hope that it did not last, and I hope they don't stay in the house for her sake, not like just for her sake. Because if, like I said, if y'all are getting into fist fights, like arguments like this, y'all are gonna butt heads. Like it's not gonna work out in the long run, especially if it's y'all first meetup. And Aaron, the one who proposed to somebody else, it sounded like he was giving her advice, like, "Oh, you were if you're ever in a position where you need to like protect yourself or something, like you were." I don't know. It's the trailer for the next episode. Basically, it seems like Aaron is giving her good advice, like you need to get up out that relationship. Like that's what it seems like. So I'm hoping that's the way it goes. We shall see. I am going to watch these episodes. I think the next review or whatever recap I'm going to watch, it's going to be for episodes 2 and 3, and I'm just going to talk about each couple like I did now. I'm going to just state what each couple is doing. So yes, I hope you liked the video. Probably not. I hope this mic sounds good. If it didn't, eat. Yeah. Um, oh, what should I say? Oh, in the comments, tell me what couples you're liking, what couples, you thinking are probably gonna make it and stay together at the end of this. I don't know if any of these couples going I don't know if any of these couples are gonna stay together. The only couple that I think maybe has a chance is Shay and Josh, and maybe Millie and Greg because they live in the same damn town. So what long distance? Like everybody else got to be talking about long distance stuff, but like what long distance? What long distance are we doing? None. So yeah, write that in the comments. Say what's up. But thank you for tuning in. Hope you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bye.